think it's about time we did some more IKEA hacks on this channel because it has been a while. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Hermione, and on this channel I like to share with you how you can craft your best life on a budget. Today I'm sharing something really exciting because I went to the happiest place on earth. Not Disneyland, no, IKEA. So I was in IKEA recently having the absolute best time of my life, picking out loads of things, and I decided it was about time I did another IKEA hacks video. It's been a while, so I picked up a few small items from the marketplace section that I could show you how to kind of upcycle. These are inexpensive pieces that you can find in pretty much every IKEA. I think they all stock the same things anyway. So without further ado, let's jump in and I'm going to show you the first IKEA hack. So the first DIY project I'm going to share with you is an IKEA spice rack hack. I feel like the IKEA spice rack is the most iconic product that they do, and I'm going to show you how you can turn one of those plain and simple spice racks into a little shelf that you can have by your bedside. I've even added a light to mine. Oops. There we go, that's better. I've even added a light to mine, and you can use this as a rail to hold clothes and things like that. So let's jump right into it. So you'll want to start by assembling your spice rack like so. This is what it looks like, and you'll notice on the back of it, it has two areas where you can screw this into the wall. I decided to paint mine with a light grey chalk paint. You can skip this step if you'd like, if you prefer that natural wood look, but you could go ahead and decorate this however you'd like. Once you've done that, go ahead and drill a hole in it using a power drill just on one side of your piece, and it has to be big enough for the string of your light to fit through it. Now you can get these kind of lights from IKEA and they plug into the wall, but the one I'm using is just a click on and off LED battery operated light which you can find on Amazon. Then all there is left to do is to decorate it however you like, and you have a cute little shelf or a bedside table. I've been looking for one of these baskets for the longest time, and I've only just for some reason found out that they come from IKEA. They're these folding baskets that you can fold inside and out, and they're really cute for holding plants. So when I saw one, I absolutely had to pick it up to show you guys how you can upcycle it and turn it into something that's a little bit more unique and fits your style. This is how mine turned out. I'm going to show you right now how I did it. I decided to give my basket a colour block effect, so to do this I painted the bottom half in a really nice light pink colour. To make this easier, I did end up folding the basket in on itself, and that created the perfect line to go ahead and paint, which meant I didn't have to mask off any areas. This is how it turned out when it was dry, and then I decided to go ahead and add 3 big tassels which I made with chunky wool. You've seen me make tassels multiple times, so I won't bore you with the details too much, but long story short, wrap the wool around your hand multiple times, then pull it off, string another piece of wool through, tie it really tightly to create the top of the tassel, and then take another piece of wool, wrap this about 1/3 of the way from the top of the tassel, tie it tightly a good few times once again, and then trim the bits at the bottom, and you have a tassel. So I made 3 of these, and then to apply them to the basket, I found the center first. I used a pencil to poke a hole into the basket, which I could then use to push one of the strings through the basket. I did the same thing in a hole very close to the last one I just made, and pulled those both through, and then tied it tightly on the back, and this is how it turned out. It's super cute, kind of girly, and it's perfect for storing blankets in and using for really big plants that you can also find in IKEA. This next item is a little bit too big for the frame. I even struggled filming the DIY portion, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. But I want to show you how you can turn one of these inexpensive £10 IKEA rugs into a giant floor poof, and this is so simple to make, really easy. You will need a sewing machine or very good hand sewing skills, but the best thing is that you can take the cover off and it is washable. So let me show you how I made it.
So this is the rug I'm using. This is the larger size of the rugs they do. I think they do a smaller version too. Make sure to cut the tags out and get rid of any tassels that you might not want hanging off the sides of your rug. And then go ahead and fold your rug to make the poof shape. So to do this, I'm folding it with about an excess of 40 centimeters, as you can see here, to make an envelope kind of style. So fold about 70 centimeters, then you've got another 70 centimeters and leave an excess of about 40 centimeters. So hopefully that made sense. As you can see, this does create an envelope that you can open, and then you'll just need to sew close the two 70 centimeter sides to make it into a poof. So I just took this to my sewing machine and sewed down those sides. Make sure to use a really thick needle and try to stay away from the edges where the fabric bunches up. That way you won't break too many needles. I only broke 2. So this is what you should have when you're done. And then you just want to figure out how you're going to close it together. I'm using Velcro for this. You can use a zip or a big button, but I thought Velcro was nice and easy and very secure. I used hot glue to adhere the Velcro strips to either side of the rug. These are self-adhesive, but I thought the hot glue would make it a little bit easier. I then folded that over to make sure that they were in the same place on the other side, and there you can see it opens nicely. Next up, just fill your poof with loads of pillows that you might have lying around. Cheap ones from IKEA work. And as you can see, this is how it turned out, a nice big comfortable floor poof. And I think my favorite thing about this is the fact that it is washable, so if you want to, you can take the cushions out of the middle and wash the poof if it becomes dirty or you spill something on it.
Continuing with the rug theme, I am absolutely obsessed with the cheap IKEA Signe rugs. Signe. I'm gonna butcher that however I try to say it, so I'm gonna put the name on screen. I am so obsessed with them though because they're £1.90 and you can do so many different things with them, and I've actually used them in a few previous projects. This is a slight remake of a previous project, but I think I've made it better. So out of the rug, I'm going to show you guys how to make this basket. It's a bit bigger than the ones I've made before. It's still got the tassels intact and it's a different structure, so hopefully it's more improved. You can use it to display a big plant, or you can keep magazines, books, anything in this. It's quite big, so I'm going to get into it.
So you want to go ahead and take your rug, lie it down flat and cut off any labels that might be attached to it. Go ahead and fold it in half so that both edges are lined up perfectly with the tassels at the end. What you're going to do is sew down each side as I'm pointing out here, but I did decide to cut about 10 centimeters off the edge of this just to make sure that it's a little less wide when I'm finished, so you can make this whatever size you'd like, but I decided to do that. Anyway, so run this through a sewing machine once again with a nice thick needle, and then just run either side through and you should have something that looks a little bit like this. So turn it onto its side and push it down so that both of the new seams are lying one on top of the other. This should create kind of a diamond pattern on the bottom, which you'll want to flatten out with your hands like so. To create a strong square base for this basket, you're just going to want to sew 2 lines along either edge of the top and the bottom of the diamond, and you can just run this through your sewing machine once again. Thick needle so they don't break, and then go ahead and cut off the excess to make sure there are no lumps. Once you're finished, you can go ahead and turn your basket back the right way round, and then it should look something a little more like this. Fold the edges over so that the tassels are showing, and you can have this quite high up or fold it lower down depending on where you want to put it and how much you want to store in it. So as you can see, I folded mine a little lower down for my magazines, but the great thing about this is you can change it whenever you'd like. This is the finished result, and it did only take about 10 minutes to make, and it only cost me £1.90.
So that's everything for all of the projects I have to share with you in today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any requests for IKEA hacks that you think I should try, any furniture or marketplace items that you think you'd want to see me hack, I really want to hack a Rast dresser. I think that's how you say it. Really want to do one of those. So if you have any requests, please leave them in the comments down below because I will be hitting up IKEA very soon, I'm sure. So with all of that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and I'll see you next time. Bye!